We are back in the hot seats at the beautiful contemporary Austin, up in the rooftop.
The bird's nest.
Crow's nest. Super cool, super swanky location. Totally like open air. It's really
the
neat.
Moody rooftop is where we are.
I know,
That's officially.
but this is called the Crow's Nest.
This is all the Moody. I got confused too.
Moody rooftop. This
is
is the Crow's Nest.
All right.
Yeah, so we're in the Crow's Nest.
We digress.
Just a few feet from the Capitol building.
Yeah, stone's throw supposedly.
A hearty stone's throw from the Capitol building. But we are sitting here with our new friend, and you run your own print shop and design studio, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. And we're talking to Josh Grizzly Wheeler. Everybody, welcome Josh to the show.
Yeah, I thought you never got to say his name.
No. Can we get a bear growl sound in there? Because yeah, do whatever Patrick just did.
Just take that. Just clip that out.
I don't know which one to use. I feel like you just use both.
Josh, tell everybody who you are. First of all, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
And tell everybody who you are, what you do, and how long you've been doing it.
So we got a print shop in Charleston, South Carolina.
Sweet.
We've been the print sickness has fully developed into a disease. Started about 7 years ago, around 2010, and we focus on water-based inks, pens, patches. That's our main bread and butter.
Nice.
Okay, so you manufactured, or you were the go-between. You were in charge of getting the pins done for Pop-Up Crop.
Yes.
Okay, so we were getting ready. We were starting to talk about this before we started recording, but I want to keep that conversation going for a second. We've done the soft enamel and hard enamel pins, but these pins, what are they called?
These would be considered soft enamel.
They're soft enamel.
So they look like brass almost, right?
It's like an antique copper metal finish, and with no color, just natural stamp with a bit of a granulated background to give it that nice antique look.
So is that how they do the? Is that how they do regular soft enamel pins, but without the
fill
ink inside of it?
Yeah. Basically, it was just stamped dry with no color fill afterwards, just allowing the metal to be exposed.
I mean, it's 100% like 100% Texas. It totally feels Austin.
That's all Stay Gray Pony Boy right there. He killed it on that rad.
It's so cool. It's so good. And you said that you are kind of the guy in charge of doing all of you super care about the quality control. That's absolutely. You're the quality control guy. Have you ever had to not let a project go through because the quality just wasn't there and you weren't ready to ship?
We've never had to do that, but there's definitely been a couple times where there's an extra week of production just because we always get a physical sample done before mass production, just make sure, look at it through and through. Typically, it's a picture. I'll make them go outside, get different lighting because the Pantones, make sure they're close. But yeah, we maybe add a little production time. But my thing is with the shop is it does not leave if it's not right. And we have thrown things out. We've had clients look at things and be like, "What's wrong with it?" And the OCD with me, I'll be like, "It's just not right. You can't have it. You're not taking it." But that's what we stand by.
So you did the Rise and Grind patches for Scott Fuller.
Yes.
Awesome. So Scott's, we've talked to Scott on the show before. He's in the Slack community, and I remember seeing the patches get done. I didn't realize you're the one that produced them, but
Scott, we were really lucky. Scott reached out to us, got to know him a little bit, and made those two patches. They're awesome.
And y'all are just, I think you said two Southern boys.
You could say that. If you can't tell in my voice, I'm trying to keep it from getting too twangy.
No, that's all right. So embrace it, man.
We're hanging out at the Little Champ store down the corner.
Are you here just for Pop-Up Crop?
Yeah, just here to kind of hang out with everybody.
Nice.
It's kind of the little break from the shop / kind of work. But yeah.
Is it like a fun family reunion when you get to enough of these people now that this feels like
I have been very blessed to get to know some of these guys, and it's almost like a little brief summer camp experience. It's definitely fun. Good time.
My summer camp was way less cool. There was a lot more adolescent voice modulation, and
there's probably just as much sweat, I would say.
Probably, yeah. There may be arguably more sweat here, right now.
Mine was just like the movie Fat Camp.
Heavyweights.
Heavyweights. I was about to say that.
I'll call Fat Camp. People know what I'm referring to. Heavyweights. Heavyweight sounds like a boxing movie.
That's true. All right, so we have a game for you to play.
Oh boy.
Okay, so basically, here's the deal. So, Master of One, you've listened to the podcast before.
Yes.
The idea is that we're masters of a specific category. You are going to be the master of category today. So these are categories. You're going to randomly pick a token.
You can't mess it up.
And then you're going to tell us something new, noteworthy, exciting about whatever token you flip.
Is it time to
from
go?
your
Do I
world.
say
Go ahead. Yeah, just flip
now.
one.
This is your time.
You can even talk about the quality of the token if you want to.
Food.
Ooh.
Okay, so there we go.
Oh boy.
So,
I don't know much about that, if you can tell from the figure.
Yeah, right?
But you're in a good city for it, though. Charleston's that's like foodie capital.
It's pretty amazing right now. Like, we get to work with quite a few food clients, and it's. I grew up on Waffle House and Cracker Barrel, so my taste buds aren't necessarily ready for some of it, but I'm down to try anything.
Yeah, if it has salt, you're good.
Yeah.
It's not as a refined palate, but it's definitely a defined palate.
It's I guess you could kind of say maybe I'm popping my cherry with some with some of the food.
I like how you keep it in the food vein with that too.
Yeah, that's good.
So is there like a foodie Waffle House equivalent in Charleston? Like if I wanted to go to Waffle House, but I was pretentious.
Thing? Like if you're gonna go to Charleston, you have to try.
Well, it's the Charleston Chew, obviously.
No, come on now, that's ridiculous.
In Charleston, probably. I mean, obviously, seafood is a big thing. It's really amazing because there's so much diversity. Like, I mean, I think food. Like right now, there are some rock stars.
Yeah.
Happening in food because I mean it seems like it's it at the moment, especially in a town like that.
Okay.
But we've been really fortunate to meet some amazing people. Like we're working right now with a pretty amazing guy named Sean Brock, who owns a restaurant called Husk and stuff, and it's been pretty awesome to. I don't know if that is that background noise killing everything.
It's killing our audio, but that's fine.
We're in the heart of the city. I mean, like if you can't tell, like we're in it.
Things are happening.
I think someone may have just choked on a Charleston Chew down the road or something.
Did you say it's called Husk and Stuff, or it's just
Husk? It's called Husk, Monero, and McCrady's, which is super high end, but really cool, experimental, cool stuff.
What kind of food is it?
I wouldn't even really know how to describe it. It's way better than Waffle House or Cracker Barrel.
That's good.
So those are the categories.
What's your go-to food?
Let's see, my go-to food. I'll be honest, like I lived here in Texas for a few years before Charleston, and I couldn't have missed Publix more than anything. So I probably had Publix Deli more than anywhere.
Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Thank
Just
you.
like the Publix subs. Oh my God.
Yes. Thank you. And Publix cake.
Oh,
Their
God.
birthday cake is like, it's just...
I don't know. I will say that almond cake from, what was the primary grocery store in Ohio?
Giant Eagle. Big
Giant
Bird.
Eagle?
No.
That almond birthday cake? Dude. Yes, dude.
That means you've never had a Publix birthday cake.
No, he has.
I know, but you haven't had one if you think that's not as good. That means you haven't had it.
That almond cake is unreal, but Publix, I've had Publix cake, and it's delicious.
It is. It's just the best.
I would shed a tear a little bit every time going back and forth from Florida to Texas, because once you get through Mobile, that's the last official Publix.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So it's like across the boundary. No more Publix.
I get that, man. So when we would the first time I went back to Florida after moving out here. The first thing I did when I got off the plane was go to Publix and get a sub. Like that's just what you kind of have to do. Well, tell everybody where they can find you, what they can follow what you're doing, find you on the internet, buy cool things from you, get stuff made by you, that kind of stuff.
So grizzlywheeler.com. The majority of our portfolio we display on Instagram. It's just Grizzly Wheeler at Instagram. We love working with designers. Like I feel like designers or the visionaries, like you can have the greatest product in the world, but if there's no packaging for it,
right?
We've been able to meet some amazing, specifically this event. I mean, it's like a Super Bowl out here to me.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome the way what Matt does and the crew he brings together is pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man. Well, connect with him. His stuff is cool. He gave us some stickers. You're gonna want to see this guy's work and see what he does, because
we've got a slew of new products in the works by our friends at Lincoln Design Company out in Portland. They do a lot of they take care of us majorly.
That's awesome.
And they're awesome dudes.
Awesome, man. Well, thanks for chatting with us, and hope you enjoy the rest of your time.
I appreciate it, guys. Thanks for having me.